Figure 2-10, CSMA with CD, or Carrier Sent Multiple Access with Collision Detection. In Ethernet, it is necessary to determine whether or not the media is busy, or in other words, whether or not someone or another host is transmitting over the media. So we start with a frame that we are ready to transmit. And the first thing the network card or the host does is determine whether or not the media is idle. If the media is idle, in other words, no other host is transmitting, then your host may begin to transmit. If the media is not idle, in other words, another host is transmitting, then your host must wait the interframe gap period or interval, and then after that wait, it will begin to transmit. This gap is a pre-programmed amount of time that your network card and the operating system determine, and is normally changeable in the configuration properties of your operating system. However, it is never recommended that you make adjustments there. Once your host has started to transmit, it begins to sense, or begins to listen, if you will, as to whether or not there are collisions on the media. Collisions refer to two hosts attempting to transmit at the same time. If there are no collisions, then your host is able to finish its transmission, that is, send out its frame, and reset its counter. That's the CSMA portion of CSMA CD. If there is a collision, if there is collision detection, then your host will continue transmission so that all receivers on the network can detect the collision. It will then increment the retransmission counters, then check to determine whether or not maximum retransmission has been reached. If maximum retransmission has been reached, then the transmission is aborted. If maximum retransmission has not been reached, but we have had a collision, then the retransmission counters are incremented, and we go back to the CSMA procedure where we begin to transmit the frame again and go through the entire process, attempting to resend the frame over the network.